it's very hard to make them miss if they're looking at the choke point where you'd be coming through, because there's a lot of small little choke points on this map. So I want to see a lot of lurking, a lot of baiting rotation, fakes, pump fakes. Let's go.
Double fakes.
Double fakes.
All right, well, we are into the pistol, big on that T side. Single flashbang remaining on Tizian, and Kito's going to make his way down Secret, be the first man in. He had a great game on Mirage, and that's really promising to see from Mr. Kito. And we'll have Tabson there with him as well. So they have yet to see any resistance, and FaZe might be able to deduce what's going on, especially with the sound of the vent and now they're running, but they are a little bit late to a rotation here. So this is could be kind of tough, but the fact that there's no smoke to block off one of the choke points towards ramp, that might help FaZe out a lot.
Yeah, they'll have an opportunity right here. BMass looking down back silo, but it'll be Nico to strike first. Push on forward is Xantares, though, and he's able to take down one of the players towards that U-Haul. And now Big are in a 4v3 advantage. FaZe very late on the rotation here. Have little to work with as well. There should be a kit on one of the players' bodies here, and so they'll be able to recover that. So that alleviates some of the pressure regarding time here, but still the positions are so strong for the Big side, and with this bomb ticking down, it gets harder every single second. The pressure is still on. Rain's able to find a kill on Keto, and now Surson, playing from Decon, does get taken down as well. It's just Xantares left here. The bomb has been tapped. He has to open this door. He's holding them. Oh, he actually gets the diffuser, and that should be it for the round. Big steal one off the back of some crisp shots from Xantares. Can expect nothing less from this player.
Absolutely clutch from Xantares. Oh my, that's going to be so disappointing for FaZe. And especially being on that CT side, man. Just starting off with a bad economy sucks. However, they are going to go for the force buy, and I mean, it's FaZe Clan. You know, their force buys are always going to be quite scary. We'll see what protocols and strategies Big have to deal with the force buy rounds. They're definitely a team that has a lot of a very well fleshed out playbook for all scenarios. And we'll see what the options look like. So, oh, okay.
Got stuck in the door.
Oh yeah, that's really awkward.
Stubbed his toe.
Door stuck.
And that's gotta hurt. A little headshot on the Brocky. Long range MP9. Doesn't seem fair. And MP9, or not MP9, Mac 10. My brain's lacking to work right now.
Well, Eric, you're not the only one, as I've just knocked over this entire microphone contraption of mine, so please do bear with me for just 1 second.
Don't worry.
Pause. Yeah.
All right here. Cold Zero just trying to find some info. I'm pretty sure FaZe has a pretty good idea that they're around the ladder area. But it's up to Cold Zero 1 on 4. Deagle. We've seen it once. Can we see it again?
Door stuck.
No. No, we don't.
Cold has had that same Deagle for 5 years now. That same Deagle Blaze with the Doom sticker on it.
Oh.
A lot of highlights with that one.
Yeah, why change it?
If it works, why?
I think he added the sticker at some point, but the Deagle itself has been around.
Yeah, all right. Great.
Yeah, the Deagle Blaze got so popular after that Happy ace on Inferno from like 2015, whenever it was.
Yeah, that was that's a classic. That's an all-time play.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Big just has really good choke points and cross fires where you saw right there at the ramp, FaZe was looking at one person towards radio, and then you had good old Saracen just offingly. Why not? Good free kills. Don't look at me. Look at my teammate.
Question, Dan. For that Happy play, for example, that was Semler casting it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to try to have too much bias. Like, you can't say Bardoff or you're casting for highlight plays. What are some of your favorite, maybe, casted moments?
Cloud9! I've done it! Somebody had to do it.
Yeah, I think to be honest, it's probably always the top one's always going to be the the Cold Zero one at MLG Columbus, and it's just like so many reasons. I think it's partly because we're doing like it's like a cool moment because we had been doing like a lot of tri-casting with Threat in the FaZe seasons, and we actually managed to pull him on for that broadcast, and he was actually sitting next to me and James during that. Also, we were in the middle of the audience with the casting setup. It was like and it was the first North American major, so and the audience was extremely hyped. The desk was really, really awesome. Like it was just like everything about that event was super sick. So, and then that moment, that storyline, and just the importance and gravity of that round, and how that changed the complexion completely of that
series.
Of that series was, and at the stage of the tournament, I think just all of those things were just everything was amazing. So
that event was pretty incredible experience. I'm not gonna lie. Columbus was truly one of a kind, and people will always tell you like, "Oh, this event, that event," and Columbus will be one it's gonna withstand the test of time, no doubt in my mind.
And it's crazy because Boston was so sick as well. So it's crazy
like
that
the storyline in Boston
that.
is unbelievable.
Yeah,
like, how you get to that end of the whole story is just crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, the story is starting to come to an end here for FaZe Clan once again, isn't it, Dan?
Yes. Yeah, they're on the struggle bus right now. They're on the struggle bus. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can find a recovery here. Big are doing quite a good job at just adjusting their pacing. And FaZe going to lose one more player. Brokey's down now as well. And, ooh, Nico. Maybe there's some life in FaZe in this round after all. But Tizian's creeping around, still just looking to find a timing on someone as he looks to pressure Decon. And if he waits for his teammates, he can create a distraction by opening that door. He can try to play it silent. There's lots of different ways he can play this position. But right now, Big are looking to swing on through to that lower bomb site. It's another great pick. Man, Big are just getting all the picks along the way.
Oh, that's smart from Tizian. People have been throwing that spam out for a while now, and what a better time to use it than that.
Yeah, he's right there in the spam spot. That's what you want to happen. And Big is just tearing apart FaZe right now, and it all started with the pick on Rain. I think they tossed a Molotov on top of the hut, and I don't know what they spammed exactly, but it's pretty apparent that that sucks. It's pretty apparent that Molotov and spam is designed specifically for what Rain was doing that round. But we didn't see it on the screen, but I just saw the Molotov up top, and then he died in a wall. So I'm assuming he was outside the hut. You know, if you get modded on the hut, you might hop down.
Yeah, and they just pre-fired it.
Pre-fired, yeah. It was nice.
Yeah, Big showing a nice level of prep here already, up 4-0. Looking to extend that lead to a 5-0 start. And they should be able to do it here. Not too much to work with on the side of FaZe. Ooh. Oh, that's a good nade, though.
Just need two more.
So Trace, what's your favorite moment out of all of the kind of broadcasts you've done over the years? What's your favorite sort of moment, setting, scenario thing that happens and you're a part of?
There was that weird time where that guy ran in front of me in Cologne. That was pretty strange. Also, there's that whole like Black Monster thing Duncan did when we were at the Epicenter. That one seems to keep surfacing for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why PewDiePie had to watch it twice, but I guess why not? Anyway, Nico, watching out for Zonterra's head. You know, I honestly, Dan, if I think about the most memorable moment, or rather wish I didn't have a memory of, it have to be that first FaZe Clan where the fire alarms just kept going off inside of the venue.
Yes.
Oh my God. It was in Italy. It was in Milan.
Oh no, yeah, it was Milan Games Week, and there was a missing child or something, and they were playing this like fire alarm that you couldn't hear anything unless you covered your ears. Like it actually felt like your eardrums were gonna burst. It was really crazy.
Once upon a time, though, Dan, we were young, and now Tizian, he's going to have to show his youth right here. Tizian finds himself with a lineup inside of the site, and what would have been the round. They're going to get this defused now for FaZe Clan. All in all, it works out at the end of the day.
That was one of those hard-to-lose rounds from Big.
Yeah.
That was...
This was an eco.
Yeah, that was just a half-buy pretty much for FaZe, yeah.
And Nico ends up getting an AK, and he had 3 kills. So don't give Nico an AK. That's the general rule of thumb.
Yep, that is the story.
You never want to give him that gun when you're on the other team. Just
Yeah. You don't
It's
want to
not
give him
wise.
anything. You can't give Nico anything because he's one of those players. Well, I mean, he was considered one of the best players in the world for many years now. And so he's, I mean...
does he make your top 5?
I mean, you know, he's like 4.5, you know.
4.5.
And what's Tapson?
4.5 out of 5. It's not bad.
Tapson's a hard 5.
Hard 5.
Maybe, you know,
Wait, are we doing a top 5 or just like, are we doing rating with...
It sounds like you're judging him on his looks there. He's a hard 5.
you know, he's sometimes a little streaky. That's the thing with Tapson, is sometimes a little too streaky. But when he's on,
He's a
on.
hard 5.
He's
When he's on, hard 5.
That's a new team name there for you, Eric.
Hard
5. Not United 5. We're not United any longer. We're just hard AF. Anyway, Nico backs himself out of what could have been a disaster there outside, and we're still going to have 10 players alive in the server. 15 HP on Nico, though, as he retreats, and this is secret conceded. Big Clan have found some room to run down here in the lower site.
Brokey looking to see what he can find outside. Very passive position, but it's a smart way to play it. Especially, you know, you want to be playing a lot of the time on the CT side for to have better rotations or the best rotations, as opposed to trying to find picks necessarily too aggressively early round. You can.
But look at the timer, Dan. Like, just look at it. You got 30 seconds, and the bomb hasn't even found its way, or really we haven't seen a decisive look from the side of Big as to where they want to go. Brokey repositioning himself to the AWP. He's going to find the shot that is ultimately going to spell doom for Big Clan. They're going to try to salvage this bomb, and they might just do it if Tabson can get out, and he does on 36, but there's simply no time. He'd have to book it, and it doesn't even matter what pair of tennis shoes he's wearing. He's not going to be fast enough. Bemis thwarting all efforts here to get this bomb planted, so this is going to be a round for FaZe Clan.
Oh, man. So that's 2 rounds in a row where you feel like Big sort of sealed their own fate to a certain extent. So that's pretty rough to be on the receiving end of that.
It's timeout. You should call a timeout right there. Because as you said,
that's true.
One round they should have won. It was Nico. And in the second round, they're kind of just sitting around literally until 30 seconds left before even making a move.
I think they called it. I think they called the timeout.
There we go. See, they're tuning into the stream. They know what we're saying.
Coach.
That's why we need the lifeline.
Well,
Call us up.
hold on
Call
now,
us
Eric.
up.
That's an interesting idea. I actually kind of like that. I don't know how that would go. Like, okay, so let's just say, like, Yanko, he needs to, you know, he wants to give us a call. Hey, man, what are you guys seeing on the desk over there? We just basically, yeah, so aliens and flat Earth and shit.
The moon landing.
The moon, the lunar landings.
The moon is landing.
You have to wash your hands 2 times a day.
Or more.
Is that a conspiracy all of
What?
a sudden?
What?
Just washing your hands?
No, you have to do it. There's no conspiracy.
But no more than 2 times.
I never
and
said
no less
no
than
more.
2 times.
No, I never said more or less. I should say at least 2 times.
Okay.
So it's
I
less
think that's
confusing.
You
fair.
did say.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair
well.
amount. More than 2.
There we go.
Let us know how much, or excuse me, how often do you wash your hands? Now, that's going to be a way for Twitch chat to spam their favorite numbers, I think.
Press 1 in chat if you think you should only wash your hand once a day.
And press 2
Anyone
if
that
you
types
shouldn't
1
take
should be-
medical advice from any of us.
Yeah.
Disclaimer. We're not medical profession.
I think that was fairly obvious. I don't think that requires.
Listen, there's a lot of
You know,
obvious stuff in
weirdly
this
enough-
world, like space. But you know what? I'm not telling people how to live their lives.
Can DJ hear us right now? I imagine he's over there observing, right? So
You know.
I'm looking at the chat. There's a lot of just random numbers coming out.
yeah, a lot of 69s, a lot of 420s. Just
420, 69,
really.
you know.
Oh,
Anyway,
Was that the spam?
he
about
dropped dropped into it. That's actually so unlucky. It wasn't even a Molotov or anything to move Rain. It was just, I'm just going to drop into that position and get spammed. Very unfortunate. Oh, look at that. So Nika's dropping that molly because he's anticipating the timing of the close smoke getting thrown, I think.
But they lied. Big lie to him.
But yes, the smokes will get tossed at the same time, and So that play's been thwarted, and Kito's actually playing in front of the smokes here, so if there was a CT trying to push into the smoke or play around it, he can punish it. And Lurk, Rain, this is a great info play, and he sees the barrel of the gun here. Beautiful stuff. FaZe are reacting very well to what Big is doing right now, and they are reaping the rewards, although they're in squeaky. Okay, the smoke comes down, so the T's cannot make their way through main to punish that. Instead, they reroute their efforts towards the lockers, and the trays continue. There's 30 seconds to go now. There's only 2 left here for Big, but again, they're running around the map here, haphazardly falling into these traps that have been laid across the map by FaZe. And there's only, I mean, now it's over. There's no way for Searson to do anything. He's going to have to fall back and save this one. And yeah, Big, again, it feels like they kind of sealed their own fate there. And FaZe, to their credit, played it super well on top of that.
Yeah, this one felt like one of the first rounds where FaZe, it was a little bit one-dimensional, the entire hit from Big, but at the same time, FaZe actually coming up with a good response, whereas the other rounds just felt a little bit more questionable for what is Big actually doing in them.
Yeah.
And more so mistakes. It's unfortunate that the time FaZe finally shapes up is off of the back of those 2 other victories, because Big's money now is looking rather grim.
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
And what FaZe did that round was pretty good in terms of what to do when if a team takes outside. Sometimes it's a pretty good move to take lobby or squeaky door, so it allows some room for your upper people to not having to look, heaven and mini and whatnot. So you take over lobby. You try to get some kills or not, and you know that, hey, they're all outside instead of maybe, or if it's a fake or something, you get that info early, and it allowed FaZe to rotate in certain spots where they didn't have to worry about upper too much, you know what I'm saying? So it's a good protocol.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? It's a good protocol to push lobby if there's heavy outside.
Yeah.
Yo, it's J to the ROC, you know what I'm saying?
Sorry, Trailer Park Boys fans out there. J-Rock.
I know.
Anyways,
J-Rock.
You remind me a little bit of J-Rock. I'm not going
Do
to
I?
go into
Yeah.
example
I
why.
don't know if I have the hair for it.
Rain. Raindrop, drop top. Who will flip-flop out into this bomb site through the squeaky door that looks like Big Clan want to find their way through here? Not Amigo in sight, but a smoke is. And that's going to obstruct the vision, at least, if they already even opened the door. If they already even tried to make an effort towards this upper site, even towards the vent, that smoke is going to stop them.
Ooh, don't stop. Did the music stops.
This is good positioning from FaZe here to defend this hit. Nade from Rain should do a bit of damage.
He didn't do any damage.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't do more.
Yeah.
But Rain has a lot of work still here at the top of hut. That nade doesn't help him too much, but he is able to take down one. Keto as well, and his teammate Coldzera and Brokey chime in with kills of their own, which just leaves Tabson. Finds one and only one. Brokey quick to take his life.
Pretty decent though to get 2 kills out of the save. So
67 again. Are you sure this is random?
It cost
Do it
him, he
again.
said.
Do it again. Let's see if it hits it again.
Run the meter again.
Run it back.
Wait a minute. This is the 100. This is the high one. I want the
Whoa.
medium. I want the medium one again.
I think it should be 75% just for this dusk in particular.
It is random. There we go. Oh. What about 3/4? Let's do 3/4. Is it still 60?
That's pretty
Where
good.
Are you, okay, can you guys give me like a catch up here? Where are these numbers coming from?
You don't worry about that, Trace. You just sit there, look pretty,
okay.
okay? Just sit there, enjoy the show.
I can do that.
You know? Call. Let us worry about the numbers and
Smile and wave, Trace.
space
Smile
and
and
all that
wave.
stuff. You know, we can't see you. Only us can. So
Yeah.
I know. I can see the game. I can see the stream. I know that no one can see me, but that's fine. NA casters not mauling after the results of that poll. I can assure you that everything is in order. 4-4. Now FaZe Clan looking to put a fight on the board after losing Mirage. Second map of the series being Nuke, where we find ourselves now. Dust 2 should we need it. So far, so good. Weapons firmly in the hands of everyone along the server.
all right. Once again, Big going for some control outside. There's some mollies to mess with the smokes, and it's not going to do too much in that sense. I don't think there's.
is there a gap?
I don't know that there's really much of a gap here.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't really do much about that one.
They found the lob to where the Molotov doesn't affect the smoke now.
They threw that their own Molotov to get that close smoke where it was, or else it would have bounced more. It was by design, by Big's design.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah, that was another molly, but I guess that was...
The molly. The other molly was the back red molly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Try to stop them from crossing.
Clear out the red box molly kind of thing.
Oh, well, Big have made their way down Secret, so it looks like they're very committed here. Oh, Nico's not the guy you want to be playing against on the stairs where he has that headshot position. He'll rotate pretty damn quickly, actually. Likely able to delay even further with that reposition. I really like that from Nico. Not taking the fight. He's giving his teammates more time to work with. There's some flashes into the upper side. It's just create more confusion. They're trying to fake or like delay the CT's rotation by really suggesting that it's actually going to be an upper push. But here we go, Nico with that AK-47 is absolutely ravaging this push so far, holding it down. No challenge whatsoever for Mr. Nico, and it looks like Big once again have sort of run out of gas.
Yeah, it's hard to fake in the upper bomb site with 20 seconds left if you don't get any kills, or if the CTs don't spot anyone. You know what I'm saying? Because you saw Xantara's trying to, FB and mini, maybe to slow down rotations, maybe to bait a rotation, but it's 20 seconds left in the round. It's not going to fool anybody. So
yeah.
Nope.
I can kind of get with that if what they're doing is, they actually rotated out of, like they were actually going to go through main or had more players in lobby or something, or had a way to go up the vents and switch the site or something like that. But yeah, it seems a little bit ambitious.
You got to do that just in the round where you hand the opponents a thought that something might happen. They could fall back, they could rotate.
So this time I think it's just a one down Secret.
Oh.
And the rest going through ramp, and so definitely mixing things up here. 1-for-1 ensues. And Big, do they want to keep the pace on here? They have a lot of time to work with. Nico on the other end of this. Oh, that could be huge. It's decent.
And CSGO grenades, of course! Nico landing a headshot with ZK. That goes a long way in the defense of this bomb. 3 players alive for Big, and Nico's run has come to an end. Smokes can go down there towards the decon door, and so is the bomb. Now with plenty of time on the clock. You can tell Big went back to the drawing board a little bit and said, all right, guys, we're taking way too much damn time to get into the bomb site to make our minds up. Where do you want to eat? Or I'll pull this caller over right now.
I want pizza.
Retake of the site. Brokey and Rain versus Ontaras and Quito. Now, with the bomb planted, it's starting to tick away ever so much faster. Rain has found an avenue of approach there from the side of ramp. Drops a flash, and what was an excellent play. Brokey with a deagle does what he has to do, and it's Quito left to defend the planted bomb. Can't seem to do it. Rain sniffs him out, and that's going to be another round for the FaZe Clan. 6-4.
That was such a nice flash to enable the decon player.
Yeah, and I don't think that it even really completely blinded him, but it was still just enough to like
make him
pull attention,
turn,
right?
Made him turn at least.
Yeah.
Flinch.
Yeah.
Flinched him.
Messes up his crosshair placement a little bit. That's all it takes sometimes.
It's unfortunate for Quito
Open the
to
door.
not look at the person that was at ramp first, and then the diffuser. Usually in those situations, yeah, you want to kill the diffuser, but you just tap the bomb. You know where he's at.
Yeah.
The other guy you need to be worried about first. I mean, hindsight's 20/20, so
Of course.
cardinal rule.
Or as Yanko likes to say, everyone's a general after the war.
Oh,
Monday night quarterbacks.
Wow.
is that what it's from?
What?
What?
Like-
Monday night quarterbacks.
Or Monday, what is it? Monday quarterbacks, or what's the phrase?
Monday night quarterback.
No, what is it? What's the
are
phrase?
you guys talking about?
Monday. It's like the phrase where you're basically criticizing the QB and everything the day after. I forgot.
Oh, backseat drivers.
Well, I mean, that's in the same vein, yes.
Same concept. Yeah. Well, Big, I guess in that notion, decided, hey, you know what? We'll just plant. How about that?
Let's rush up and
Told
plant.
Zara from the lobby. They did get the bomb plant, and they do have 2 AKs here. Try to defend it. Quito peeks off in the lobby. He's going to get chipped away and eventually taken down by Coldzera, who's traded out. Zanterra on the case. 1-on-3. They've tapped the bomb. This is going to be a full defuse in another round for FaZe Clan. This one is the Dunzo. Finito, 7 on the board to Big's 4.
I guess one of the questions in this matchup as well is how good would we expect FaZe's T side to be, because that's really where where things can get very tricky. So I feel like if Big are getting 5 or 6 rounds, that might be more than enough. Assuming that FaZe are going to have struggle on the T side.
Yeah.
I think that can be assumed.
Armchair quarterback.
It's
There
a
you
Monday
go.
it's a Monday morning quarterback. I just looked it up actually.
Oh, knowledge.
Somebody had to look. That was killing me, man.
Yeah, it's just
Anyway.
I just said Monday night. I misspoke. Monday night.
Somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Oh, fast play though from
There we go.
Xantarez, able to find a single entry, but it's quickly traded with a couple frags from the FaZe side. But it's just coldzera now here on this site alone. Can he find a way to defend it? BMass will assist him from heaven, and he might be able to find a kill as he's up here as well. He swings out wide, but tabseN's there to greet him, and it's just coldzera at the opposite vent. They know that he was here earlier, that this is his general position on top of that. So Big will hightail it towards ramp, and it looks like Big have a great opportunity to find a 5th, but coldzera is making a case for himself in this round here, taking down Tizian, audibly dropping through the vent, and now he'll make his way at the control side. Pulls out a flash, tries to clear out the angle here. Big have a great crossfire between the two at ramp and on the site itself now. And coldzera with his other util will try to flash out the window. Still trying to make his way on the bomb site, has to ascertain where these players are, and sursen will take him down. Good response there from Big in not challenging the beast.
Oh, coldzera, bye-bye!
The man, the myth, the beast.
Yeah, Dan, can we just start crowbarring like everybody's one-liners in there, or what?
Are you
Make a
kidding
game
me?
out of it. Godlike.
Wait, who's that one?
Wait, Quake sounds. Okay.
no.
Monster
No,
kill.
no, Ender says godlike sometimes.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, we can
That's
definitely
Unreal
get that.
Tournament.
Monster
damn
kill.
Holy
God damn.
shit.
What's
There we go.
going on here?
That's a quick
What's
one.
going on?
Well, I'll tell you what's not happening so far. Control of the ramp room. They're going to pressure it, though. Tizian with a kill in the rain. That's going to help the war effort. But will it help them win the battle? Keto and tabseN have already started to make headway towards this ramp area. And with one smoke off, or excuse me, one side smoked off, rather, they have sort of funneled what is Big Clan's hit.
Ooh.
You're going to force them to go through the left side rather than through the smoke, which is certain death. Things start to slow down a little bit here. Lobby back on the cards for Big. They've realized that, hey, you know what? Last time we went down there, there's this guy Nico, and he's kind of like everywhere. So perhaps we'll go and try something different. It looks like upper is the game plan.
Wow, that sounds like what they would say. That's pretty good.
Yeah, man, that's what they say.
Oh, that's spam.
Oh, that's spam.
Oh.
The blood in the wall
Yep.
gives it away.
tabseN taking down coldzera, and the bomb will be planted. Big. Well, show up in a big way. They show a lot of presence on ramp. They look like they want to commit to it. One smoke, and then they just back off. They give it up, and they fall back and take upper with relative ease.
So I think one nice adjustment, I guess the round's over, they're saving, so, but one nice adjustment
over.
that Big is doing is, instead of waiting so long to take the first choke point, they're starting to take the first choke point a little faster, because FaZe seems to be rotating passively in a lot of their setups, and so obviously waiting so long to take a point, FaZe aren't biting on these slow fakes or these slow takes.
Yeah, and at this point again, we were talking about sort of, where do we expect FaZe to be at on the T side. I say we were talking about it. I pretty much just made a statement by myself about it. But regardless, Big are definitely doing a good job in picking up those rounds on the T side, and things are starting to, I think, look a little bit scary for FaZe. I really feel like they need to get the rest of the remaining rounds. Brokey has the AWP, the Asimov AWP. Oh, Nico. It's a trade, though. But that's a rifle down. That's actually pretty good for the team that has a weapon disadvantage. Get those early kills. Oh, goal, Zero. That was so promising. But he gets absolutely nothing from it, so there you go.
It's tragic. BMass playing right around the smoke, though.
Oh,
Should
oh,
be
oh. able
able to find something. Does take down tabseN, who ran through that smoke without much of a flash or a trade potential. And now BMass is able to back off into Mini.
Uh-oh.
Tizian, though, has read this positioning out and should be able to take him down. Okay, well, Keto will just find him instead. And now Tizian, hearing where the final member of FaZe is, will be able to find that. 7-7, and Big tie things up here.
And it's not looking great for FaZe then, especially in terms of the fact that, you know, Big are getting more and more confident, I feel, in a lot of these positions. What do you want to see from FaZe this round?
I want to see a lobby pinch.
Just
Straight up.
straight up?
Well, as soon as Big makes a move, maybe they toss the smokes outside, just go straight lobby pinch again. I like that. I like doing that. Even though it could be a ruse, though. Big could be faking it. So I don't know.
I do like the options of, like, if you're able to do that and actually or do it another way and win control of Squeaky and so on. If you're kind of unclear as to what they're doing, they've done those outside smokes, it tells you so much, and you open yourselves up to having a fast rotation through ramp if they're going lower, or you can obviously put people in vent as well, so you get loads of options from it for retake. So I do like the notion of lobby.
Yeah, some kind of response would be nice for them. it just feels like they, well,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, but I mean, they oftentimes just play so passively and are always the one that, Big is allowed to dictate pace in a lot of these rounds, and through the smoke, Keto finds Nico here, and maybe that lobby crunch could come now, but would it be too little too late? Brokey dropping down to find Keto there. Can he find more, though, is the question. What a peek.
That's a nice peek.
That is so good from Tizian, and Xanter is okay.
See ya.
A little comical from Rain as he drops down. But the positions of
Raindrop.
FaZe
Oh.
are recognized now,
Flat top.
and Big will control just about everything else.
Yeah, speaking of Rain, 1-on-4. Quite the work he's got cut out for himself here. And, well, I don't want to say that this is a big round for Big to win, but it's also a big round for Big to lose. Here we go. Rain's going to head towards Decon with 100 HP. Does have a Molotov, no kit on hand. He's going to find the first player hiding in the back of sight and taps it. Takes him out with ease. Not even a fight, not even a struggle, not even a bullet fired back. Taps the bomb, but it's not going to be enough. Tizian is going to be on the response and winning out the half. Well, it's Big Clan, 8-7. That does bring us to halftime, and what I think is actually a little bit of a time for a break. We'll be right back with the second half.
And we are back. Big Clan looking to close things out in 2 maps. Joined by Stunna here, the remote guest.
He likes to make noises.
Yeah. Because we can't look at him.
Maybe contribute.
You can just make weird noises.
They're ad-libs, okay?
Nice.
They're ad-libs, DDK, all right? I know you know about writing freestyles and rhymes, so
You gotta-
one tapping Xanteris, he knows more about that than I do, that's for sure.
No, he doesn't.
No, yeah, I was kidding. I take it all back. Xanteris does what he can, but it's not enough. The bomb's going to get planted here for FaZe in the lower site. It's Keto trying to fight for his life with a CZ. Not optimal, it would seem. 1v2, Searson and Tabson. They need to get this bomb defused, but Rain is posted up in the control room. He's already got a kill to his name in this round, but 13 HP left to hold on to it with.
Oh.
It just might be a little bit too far of a task. The door doesn't necessarily fly open like he thought, but he's going to continue to play Ring Around the Rosie, and the bomb defuse should be coming in. There's a round for that of Big Clan. So albeit they do get a bomb plant, FaZe can lean on that, but 9 on the board for Big in a map that they've already won the first one. Looking to run away with the second. Welcome back to Beyond the Summit, y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a round that FaZe definitely wanted. This T-side was never going to be easy for them, and it would have been just nice to start off on the right foot. Rain.
What about an upper rush right now? Swing it all back in their favor?
You know what?
It's coming.
If there were any time to do it, this would be it. Let's see if FaZe got the exec in him.
Upper rush is so hard.
Oh, yeah, Dan? I'll rush. I'll rush upper right now.
You won't.
Let's do it.
Be scared.
You won't. No balls.
They're afraid of a little bit of fire, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, Molotov.
They fear the fire.
You can't be scared.
There we
Here
go.
it is, Tizian. From the back of the site, Dan. Unbelievable scenes.
In the B
It's not really
apartments.
unbelievable. So, I mean, it's not really that unbelievable, I guess, all things considered. Nico, Colzera, Bemis. This could be a little bit unbelievable if you're a FaZe Clan fan. They probably get a bomb plant out of this.
Hopefully.
That could be nice.
but Tapson has other plans. And that is to get the bomb in the control window and then close the door.
Yeah, just shut that door.
Close the door.
Get back, get back.
You don't know me like that, Eric. Anyway.
I feel like that was a Limp Bizkit song we're just trying to sing right there.
No. No, I think that was Ludacris.
Ludicrous.
Get back. Y'all know me like that.
But there's also Limp Bizkit. I think he did something similar. I wouldn't know.
Well, there can only be one Fred Durst, and that is, of course, Eric Stromberg's cousin. I don't know if he ever told you guys that. So tell us, is it? Yeah, it's really cool. He never talks about it. I don't know why. Eric, what is it like being Fred Durst's cousin, and how come you don't wear the baseball cap backwards too?
I got a oddly shaped head for some reason with the hair and cap. It just I look really weird. I don't know. I don't know I don't know how to explain it. It's just.
What would you say was the turning point for you wearing a hat? I mean, if we're talking to other people out there that really want to wear a hat, but they don't really want to commit to it at the same time, they kind of found themselves at crossroads like you. What was the deciding factor in never wearing a hat?
I looked in the mirror and I was just like, nah, it's not gonna work. Sorry, I'm sorry, it's not gonna work.
That's straightforward.
So it's our own self-judgment. You know, I'm trying to save you guys from the pain of looking at me. You know.
I think you look great, Eric. You just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it.
Now, moreover, what's going to look great here for Tapson is when they all line up in his crosshair in about seconds. See you later. With a 4K of his own, Cold Zero with another deagle kill. That's not going to be enough. FaZe Clan do ring out in the first shot. They do land a miraculous shot.
Oh, he's blocking him. Oh, he couldn't get the gun.
That was so epic. Just like what? That's like what a way to answer this. Like boost, peak. Nico's he thinks he's owned it, and then Xantares comes around the corner and he just deletes the entire team.
The lawnmower man right there, just mowing down the opposing team.
Smashing backspace.
Call him the gardener.
The lawnmower man. Now, I know some of you know how to use Photoshop, so what does that guy look like is what I want to know. The lawnmower man.
A man with a
Right up there
lawnmower.
next to the hard 5.
There's not much else you can take away from that other than he has a lawnmower.
Have you seen the movie The Lawnmower
Probably
Man?
some nice forearms, honestly.
It's an old school movie.
Whoa, that's a cool name.
Okay.
Did that do anything?
Yeah,
useful?
it got rained to something.
Yeah, it hits people on top of Twinkie.
Yeah.
I call that Twinkie. I don't know what you guys call it.
I call it Twinkie.
Red Rock,
Silo?
actually, Eric, I think it's
Red
formerly
Rock?
known as.
Yeah, that's old.
It's formerly known as Red Rock. The lineup is there. Searson doesn't hit the shot, but he does take down Brokey. And that will help things considerably for Big.
Oh my god. That was painful. That was really painful for FaZe.
Yeah, I feel like Searson kind of overstayed his welcome out there too a little bit.
Yeah, he just hung out.
He was feeling it. He just wanted to kill everyone.
Didn't see the, all the signs, like just walk
Yeah.
away.
Wow. Nice play.
It'd be amazing if Tizian was the one that threw that initial HE as well. I don't think he was, but... Oh!
It's a nice little shot. Colin.
But there's 40 seconds. If we take stock of the situation, it's looking rather grim for FaZe. They've got to find a bomb plant. They can't really make noise because their only benefit to them right now is the fact that Big don't know where the remainder of FaZe is. So they have to walk everywhere, and that's why you don't want to make noise. Very well done.
That's why you don't want to play in a spot like that in a 2-on-2 situation with 30 seconds left.
Oh. Uh-oh. Where do you go with the bomb now?
Yikes.
Oh, is he going to challenge it?
Hit his feet.
You're donezo. It's over, Cold.
Oh, man.
Last bullet. That's scary.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a little too close for comfort, but Big are able to pull it out, which leaves them just 4 rounds from picking up this series. A hard day in the office, fellas.
You know.
For you or FaZe?
A little bit of both. More so FaZe.
What's wrong with your office?
Nothing. Except I'm on this little TV right next to you. You can look at me if you want. I'll look right back.
I actually... Wow, we're really close right now.
I could see your eyes.
I just did that to you, too.
He's lying.
Anyways, moving swiftly along. It's going to be back to the pistols in the drawing board for FaZe. 1 AK there on Cold. I guess he got his share in the last round. Brokey down to 16 HP. Tapson, tucked in close to this Vince. He's got himself a pretty sweet spot. What round should be completely that in the way of Big. It's very easy for Big right here. And it is. Searson. Easy for Searson.
But Nico is looking to get the bomb down. He's got a deagle, and he's mad. He's angry. Oh, it's too many people. It's literally 3 people facing him at once.
He's angrier.
I really wish that in that spot there would have been a way he could get like 1v1s.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the clutch from Nico. I wanted to see a Nico moment.
Yeah, you were framing it as such.
He needs one.
He's angry, but also he's sad at the same time because he lost. So
I wanted to pop off.
how do we feel about Bemis here within the FaZe Clan itself, and you know what he's kind of shown that he can provide to this team? And I'm not saying in terms of he's new to the team, this, that, and the other, but maybe just him overall as a player.
Well, for this series alone, I don't know. It seems like he hasn't been really doing too much of an impact, but same with all of FaZe. They seem a little cold. But I'd have to watch more matches, to be honest, with him and really get my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think his score is anything that really reflects on him as a player, considering
like
the positions he's been given. It seems like he's been given a lot of like supportive positions. So, FaZe on out of it just yet. Yeah. Rain opening things up. Nico.
Oh,
Also, and there you go. There's Bemis. There's Bemis.
okay.
He's taking all the heads.
Oh,
And
well,
Citizen, that's a new AWPing technique he's working on.
he got that noodle
We
on.
call that one the around the world AWP scope. Really just do a big circle around the target area.
Look at Bemis
And
coming
eventually
alive.
Searson does fall. FaZe Clan. Fearson, yeah.
Fearson, that's cool.
Fearson.
It's
Person.
it's almost unfortunate to see that a lot of FaZe's T-side success always relies on picks, like a majority of the time. I would like to just see more executed kind of setups or positioning power kind of moves that they can do. It's always picks. A lot of it's always picks.
You want to see more non-picks.
I want to see more. I want to see more
Set plays.
set plays. I mean, I know it's not always best to do set plays, but it's good to see it mixed up once in a while, you know?
I mean, it's kind of why G2
Makes you
are
feel
looking
older.
good.
Yeah.
We'll go into that in a moment. Lots of angry FaZe players making their way through to the upper bomb site with the great success. They're up against a limited arsenal in the hands of Big. Big can't really do too much to deny this round.
That's kind of like a set play.
It's close enough. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it.
But this is the thing that, for me, like if you looked at when we were casting G2 the other day and we're looking at G2's form, and you look at G2 and they have this perfect flow between the spots when they need to set piece and the spots when they play more default, and even the individual moments slot very nicely into the overall structure of how the team's playing together. Like they're responding to one another very well. They're all making the individual moments happen through the structure of how they're playing the game as a team. So it's that's why it was so beautiful to watch, because it's like you're seeing everything at once all the time with them. I can't wait to watch some more.
You know, weirdly enough, too, I mean, just to expand on that a little bit further, is the idea of having to take a bigger picture look, which is something that Nico, for example, has had to do since he's kind of taken the reins of this team, since he's found himself as one of the OGs of the lineup and really, put himself in that position. And of the 17 kills he has in this game thus far, 8 of those were winning opening duels. So if that doesn't paint a picture in what was the second round for FaZe Clan in this half, I'm not entirely sure what does.
Right.
That's a good fact.
Yeah.
It's a good statistic.
It's a
Off
true
the top
fact.
of my head, guys.
It's a
It's a true fact.
I know you've
Not
been
fake
keeping
news,
track.
It's real. Well, I've been counting, and I'm starting to run out of fingers, so I'm like, I need to say this soon. So, 8 out of 10, excuse me, 8 out of, 8, whatever, numbers.
8 to 2 on opening duels.
8 to 2 equals 10, etc.
It do be like that.
So,
Dot.
it do be like that. ... Nico. They're going to go ahead and do a little swapperoo there with the weapons, put the AWP into Brokey's hands. And they're going to posture themselves outside. Nico looking like he's kind of lining up the troops. All right, guys, get in formation.
Oh, what?
We're going to get pushed by Searson together.
Well, that ruins that
Not
plan.
again.
That
Okay.
ruins that plan.
Oh, he's got a Vox sticker on there as well. That's pretty epic.
Respect.
Yeah. The Vox.
Pro
MNO.
tip, there are 5 fingers on the human hand. Thank you so much for the pro tip. Do appreciate that. Sometimes often lose
Wait.
sight.
Are thumbs considered a finger?
What? Yeah.
What's a thumb?
A finger.
Are pinkies considered fingers?
Well, fingers and thumbs. Then how can we? I don't know.
Yeah, but when you put your your finger and your thumb in the shape of an L on your forehead. Like,
It's part of the hand.
And the years start running. And they don't start.
I
stop.
mean, they really do. They
don't
start
stop running.
They don't stop. Something.
Have a drumstick
Hey,
in your
now.
heart. Stop sticking.
So that's from the prank call, I think, right?
Oh my God!
That's-
I almost just said like, I think that oh my God, what is that song? I haven't heard that in so
No,
long.
It's an old
I know how it goes, but I
On a
don't.
drumstick and your brain starts kicking.
Yeah,
Oh
you,
my
you
God, I can
shouldn't.
put
You
them together
shouldn't
now.
probably say the whole thing.
Actually, I don't even know the rest of the songs.
I'm not saying that.
I'll say it off stream if you really need to
Okay,
know.
fine. I'll
I-
wait
I-
till
Oh,
off
I
stream.
need to know. I know it. That's just
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
well.
Laying a trap.
Anyway, 15-9, Big Clan in control. It seems 9 for FaZe, and this is the second map of the series. Yikes! I think is what the FaZe fans around the world are saying. Not exactly the hot trot that they wanted to start off with.
Or not again.
Not this. Not like this.
It looks like they might come out with a set play here.
I like to see.
Running in with the flashbangs. Tizian's still alive on the side at the back, but not for long as Nico takes him down, and that really doesn't leave too much left for Big. So it was all over in a flash.
Yeah, your face is so smiling. Just wondering.
Yeah.
You guys get that? I got it.
Yeah, you kind of ruined the moment, but thanks, man.
I enhanced the moment, not ruined. Enhanced.
Haha, you made a pun, sir.
That's a joke. That was a joke. We can all laugh together now, because we're all aware of it.
Well,
Good stuff.
ha-ha's exchanged, but for FaZe Clan, they go up to double digits. All the lulls in chat, the Keck W's put aside. Things are starting to heat up. And I do mean that Big Clan are just 2 rounds away from ending the entire series. So get a nice laugh at that, studio dudes.
Well,
Thank you for the support. I appreciate it.
with that said, the money is kind of atrocious for Big, so there's definitely a path. There's a road to a comeback for FaZe to force it to a third map. They just have to find a way to win this next round, and then Big won't have any money. And that is assuming that they go for a force buy here, drop a gun, but they're actually going to go for a save so they can buy it for the next round.
That's
That's
smart.
that's
smart.
also another, yeah, that's definitely smart. You want to go into the round with everything. But yeah, FaZe still in a good position. It's that flash catches him desperately bad, and it's going to be a favorable trade for FaZe Clan. 2 players down for Big at only the cost of 1. That's what I call a bargain.
Not bad, but Tizian.
See you later, Bemis.
Yeah, just a Deagle is able to take down BMass. Oh, this USP might be able to connect. That would be the bomb down. Can he find the kill? Still playing around the angle, but the rest of FaZe Clan will join hands with Brokey
Don't peek. Don't peek.
and try to find this kill on a Surson. Man, this duel is extended, and Rain will finally conclude it. Now, Keto here, already positioned towards lower, will be challenged, and he's able to find a headshot on Brokey, finish the job that Surson started, but the double peek comes out. Rain is able to find that kill on Keto. Tizian, though, taking down Coldzera, and Big with a huge chance to steal a round right here. Not investing all too much in it, and it's going to be up to Rain to try to stop a disaster. Tizian, though, plays around the smoke so well. Oh, he pulls out the Molotov, and Rain is forced out of the angle. Tizian able to close it out. Big, stealing a round away from FaZe off of some great positioning from their pistol players.
That sucks. That sucks if you're FaZe.
Yeah.
They get the 2 kills on the rifle so early on in the round, and then the Deagles and USPs do the rest.
That's so unfortunate. Like that now, now the chances for FaZe getting back in this have plummeted just so enormously.
And just right there too, right? Like off the back of what, 2 rounds successfully.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
That's unfortunate.
what can you say about that one, Dad?
This is a Bardoff attempt.
Sucks. It sucks.
I felt it.
absolutely rubbish.
Listen,
They
man,
can't
I don't
be
know
doing
that I've ever.
Done. They can't be doing
I
this.
don't know that I've ever shared a microphone or at least a commentary booth with definitely not you, Maui, but definitely I don't think either with Dan.
Really?
So this is a first.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever been on the same time.
Yeah, that's true. You're usually hosting.
Yeah, or pretending to do something like that. I don't know. Anyway,
The host with
Big
the most.
Clan.
Oh,
what?
the quick switch.
Oh!
And then the repeat, that's very ambitious.
Yeah. And maybe that's one of those situations you're like, you're on round 15. Hey, this is it. We're gonna get this round regardless. And then this is how you end up at OG.
Oh,
So nonetheless,
No
Absent
way.
trying to clean up some of the mess, drops and tries to get an AK. That's gonna be a blunder, as Mr. Greer would say at least.
What Santero's doing right now? He's holding forward. You got to kill and the bomb. He's like, I'm just gonna hold forward. Let's go.
Another 1v1, like another incredibly important 1v1. Tizian has little idea, I imagine, where Nico is, but they must have seen the bomb, so he can have a decent guesstimation as to what Nico's doing. And now obviously the bomb will be planted. And Nico's got to take a good post-plant position. It's pretty difficult for him also to know precisely where Tizian's going to be arriving from, so got to pick a wise position. I don't know if the glass is smashed in control. That's okay. Well, the door's wide open. Nico didn't close the door.
Yeah, why go through the window when you can just go through the door, Dan?
Yeah.
Anyway, Tizian is going to drop a smoke on the bomb. Now Nico knows exactly where it is. It's going to be a fatal smoke at that. Nico doesn't even have to worry about Tizian getting his weapon back out. 11 on the board for FaZe. And now we look over at the money situation again for Big Clan Maui. This ain't feeling too damn good now, is it?
No. Big will be forced to save here. Would expect maybe a couple of pistols to be busted out. But, you know, Big, they've won these kinds of rounds before. So nothing's out of the question when you're playing against FaZe Clan, it seems. Just how these rounds can turn on its head. It just seems like Big can really show up in the most unlikely of ways. We'll see if they do that here. They have a few nades to work with. I was expecting some kind of outer nade stack, but it's just one that's thrown thus far. Nico takes a little bit of chip damage, and Surson is playing right in the smoke next to him. This is such a crazy way that Big may be able to find their first pick, and he gets
goodness, it works.
Wow.
Well then.
I'm gonna do that move.
Oh, got out.
Close.
You probably end up with that move too.
I guess Nico not closing the door that last round in the clutch must have just been a mind game. But I didn't see if the decon door was closed or not either, so I don't know. It's like, it's got to be mind games, right?
You wanna know what I would have done? If you're curious. Since
Oh, please do.
since Tizian had a smoke and a flash, I would have smoked the bomb right away and tossed an FB and just hop in the smoke and tap the bomb. One, I'll probably force the T to kind of maybe come out and spam the smoke, and that you can kind of play around the smoke or continue defusing depending on the situation. But
Yeah.
at least that hands you the option where now instead of you trying to find where the person's at, he's going to give away his spot because he has to respect the smoke flash defuse. But that's just
Now, Eric,
right?
is when you say FB, is that some sort of like boomer term that you kind of sanctioned,
flashbang.
or?
It's because I have a speech
Okay, yeah, I just
impediment
wanted
and it's
to make sure
harder
everyone-
to say flashbang sometimes.
Well,
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
just not really what I was going for there, but all right, I
okay.
love it.
It's okay. No, I don't take offense. I'm enjoying this. I promise.
FB now,
It's good
nowhere in
stuff.
sight.
I don't really hear other people say FB, but it's kind of cool.
It makes sense.
It's
I get it.
Yeah, it makes total sense. It's an HE FB.
Okay, boomer.
All right.
FB here,
Not
FB
you.
here. Because
I'm
it's fast to
Mr.
say FB
Trumbull.
here, FB here. I need an FB over this wall. Or a flash. You can say flash. Whatever.
It
You know
sounds
what?
way more tactical too.
Yeah, it does.
It's tactical.
I need two FBs right in this
Tactical.
spot.
All right, Zentares with that deagle is looking to try to defend the ramp position. Is he going to stay up here? It looks like he wants to fight. It's very awkward though, like where he is right now, but he does manage to get one kill out of it, but it's not really going to be enough, unfortunately. Looks like, ooh, what does it look like? It's hard to say right now because Kito's picked up an AK, and he's found another one.
No!
And another one. That
What?
is outrageous stuff from Kito. Oh, he's got to be the man of the match. If he's going to close things down like this, it's just one left. It's Nico around the corner.
Oh!
And Kito's absolutely ruined them.
That hurts.
That is
The stinger.
such a crazy way to end it. We said it was possible at the beginning of the round that against FaZe, I mean, sometimes it just feels like Big can find holes in some way or another off of the back of individual play, and they did just that there.
Found all the holes. That's crazy. That is insane.
It is something. That does round out the series, too. Big 2-0 over FaZe Clan at the CS Summit 6.
retro, I've been told. Anyway, guys, so overall, let's look at the big picture here. No pun intended. Big, they do find success, they do find the footing, and moreover, they find the victory. So what exactly, if you're FaZe Clan, do you take away from these two maps?
So we'll get back to that question
that.
right after a break.
After a break.